Welcome to the Let's Get Vulnerable podcast. It's your host, Dr. Morgan, and today's episode is a question from the audience. More specifically, this is coming from the Successful Women Great Relationships Facebook group that we have. This is a community of women who help each other out and post in this group. I love it. We are almost at 3,000 women in this group. Um, and it's amazing posts in there. I hop in as much as I can. So you're going to want to make sure you join this group. The other thing before I answer this incredible question that I think a lot of people are going to benefit from, I want you to know about a free 3-day challenge that I have. This is going to be July 18th, 19th, 20th. I rarely do these. The last time I did this was in December. So, usually once or twice a year, I will get on and I will do this because obviously I want to help as many people as possible. And doing these challenges is my gift to you. So, to make sure that you're signed up and you get all of the goodness and all the freebies and everything from the challenge, you're going to want to use the link in the show notes. There's also a link in my Instagram bio, and you can register for the challenge. So, make sure you register. We are calling it Securely Attached Summer, aka SAS. We all need some SAS in our lives, Securely Attached Summer. And I know that this challenge is going to help you move towards secure attachment and really give you a wonderful foundation on healing and becoming that securely attached, empowered version of you in your dating life. So don't miss out. Like I said, July 18th, 19th, 20th. Make sure you register. It's going to be great. All right. Today's question, it actually comes from Catherine Amalia. And she is in our Successful Women's group. She read an article. The article, if you guys want to look it up, it's How to Identify Attachment Styles on a First Date. Looks like it was Psychology Today. And here's the part that she was concerned about from this article. She says, I'm feeling a bit disheartened after reading an article which discusses how to identify attachment styles on a first date. At the end of the article, the author ominously says, finally, be aware of your age range. In your early 20s, there will be many people with secure attachment styles, 50% in the dating pool. Once you get into your 40s, those with secure styles will become more and more scarce, and you may find an increasing prevalence of those with dismissing avoidance styles. This, and then she goes on to say, this makes a whole lot of sense, explains why the majority of men I find on dating apps are either emotionally unavailable or had an avoidant attachment style. The issue I'm having is, what's the point of working on yourself and becoming more secure when the reality is you're going to be meeting mostly insecure avoidant types? It takes two to do the work of a relationship, and one secure partner isn't enough. Looking back at my own relationship history, I have dated secure people in my early 20s, but did not value it back then. And toward my late 20s and early 30s, I've been on an avoidant streak. So I've seen this phenomena in my own experience. I'm wondering what Dr. Morgan has to say on this topic, as I sense the majority of the women in this group are 30 to 40. I'm really looking for some encouragement. Please tell me there are some secure guys out there. So I'm happy to answer this. We're going to get into it. It was so funny as I was reading the last part of this, the song that was playing in my head was Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? You guys know that song? Like, where have all the cowboys gone? Good thing I don't sing. But I was playing it with like, where have all the securely attached people gone? And I know that sometimes it feels that way. You're like, where are they? I'm looking everywhere. I'm on the dating apps. I'm showing up. I'm taking my time to put my best self out there. Where are the securely attached partners. And I want you to know they are out there. They do exist. There are, in fact, so many securely attached people out there right now who would be excited to date you. And to the point of this article, I mean, I think there's a ton of information out there. You have when you are dating, you have to be very careful about where you are getting your information from. There's so many opinions on dating, and oh my gosh, some of the things I see, so cringy. I mean, being able to have an awareness of attachment theory is incredibly important. It's a framework to help you understand your dating patterns and who you're attracted to and why you're attracted to them. I do sometimes see this phenomena where we get too invested into attachment theory and we're sort of wanting to label every single person we date right away. And I really feel that that's actually not fair to ourselves and not fair to the people we're dating. We have to be love scientists. We have to give people some time. We have to let the relationship unfold a bit. Um, so that's my first point to answer this question is make sure you're using attachment theory to support you and that you're using it as a framework to help you better understand yourself and better understand why you're attracted to certain people. You want to refrain from using it to immediately label somebody when you're in the dating world. Remember, when we're dating, we have to look at it as opportunity for connection, and we have to be willing to be a love scientist and gather the data on how the connection feels over time. Um, the next point that I want to make is sure, I know that the older we get, we may have pain and fear and doubt, and we all have these timelines. And, you know, whether it was, oh, I was supposed to be married by 30, or, oh, I was supposed to be married by 25 and have children by 27. If y'all grew up in a real conservative place like me, you were probably supposed to be married by 22, right? I mean, there's all these timelines, all these beliefs, and we create our own timelines for ourselves, and we put all this pressure on ourselves. And what I want you to know is there's no correct timeline. You do damage to your mindset, your dating mindset in particular, when you hold yourself to a timeline. It's going to be so helpful for you if you can release that and you can give yourself compassion for where you're at and understand you have your own timeline. You get to live your life and let it unfold and follow your own timeline. And your journey, you have to get to this place where you say, okay, I am going to control what I can control, and I'm going to let go of the rest. In my book that is going to be coming out in the fall, I talk about something that my Aunt Bonnie says, which is don't push the river, it flows all by itself. And you really need to take that mentality into dating. Don't push the river, right? All areas of life, but especially in dating, you have to get to this place where you say, I am open to connection. I am a high value partner. I know that I'm worthy of a great relationship. I know it's on its way to me. And I'm going to release this pressure and this timeline. And I will say this, of course, there can be pain and there can be grieving. Of course, it's not all butterflies and rainbows and, ooh, I surrender to the universe. I'm not saying that. I want to be careful to distinguish that, yes, there can be real pain and grief when your life did not unfold how you expected it to. And you do have a right to grieve, and you can feel through that pain and say, I have this pain in my heart that I really want to have a life partner. I really want to build a life with someone. And guess what? It's actually incredibly powerful for you when you do acknowledge that pain and you're not numbing it or trying to distract from it or pretend like it's not there, right? It's actually incredibly powerful for you when you do acknowledge that pain because that's part of your healing process to feel through that pain, to grieve through it, and then say, okay, this is very important to me, right? Pain helps us get clarity. When we acknowledge the pain, it gives us a ton of clarity and it supports us in taking the actions that we need to take in order to heal. So, yes, I can understand if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and your life did not unfold the way that you expected, that there's going to be some pain. And you can feel through that and then get to a place of releasing your perfect timeline and surrendering to the journey of your life. And please, 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 please do not connect your worthiness to a perfect timeline. AKA, do not say, well, I must not be good enough or there's something wrong with me because my life didn't unfold how it was supposed to. There's so much damage done to ourselves if we connect our worthiness to a timeline. Don't do it. And then use that pain to motivate you to say, wow, okay, I really do need to do some healing. I really do need to do the Empowered Secure Love program, go to therapy, reach out to XYZ coach. I really do need to invest in myself and do the work. When we tune into our pain and then we use it that way, it's so powerful. Okay, so that's my whole piece about you have to release the timeline. And then my third point to answer this question, attachment is powerful when we understand it. And the reality is that we can always co-create a secure attachment style. We can always work with a partner to build a secure attachment between two people as long as, here's the important caveat, as long as both people want to create a secure attachment. And when you're doing your healing work and you're moving towards secure attachment yourself, you will become attracted to more securely attached people. The type of person that you are attracted to changes. And I don't care what the dating pool is like, whatever this article says about the decrease, etc. It doesn't matter because you are changing and who you are attracted to is changing, and your ability to co-create a secure attachment is changing as well. So basically, I would not want you to let some statistics from an article impact your mindset when in reality, as long as you are healing, you are working towards secure attachment yourself, as long as you're doing that, your dating life will change. It's simple science, right? If you look at there's multiple parts of a relationship, multiple factors. There's the two individuals, there's the ways of being and the communication and how these two people show up. If we change just one part of that dynamic, AKA you, and you're becoming more securely attached and you're communicating assertively and you're setting boundaries and you're showing up as that empowered, secure, and loved version of yourself, right? You're showing up that way, then of course your dating life is going to change and you are going to date securely attached people. That's just how it is. We change one part of the dynamic will change. So I want you to realize how much power you have. Don't give away your power. You have to acknowledge that when I heal, when I move towards secure attachment, I change my dating life. I change my experiences. I can have a securely attached, healthy, long lasting relationship no matter my past. And I have had the privilege of helping women who are in their late 30s, who are in their 40s, 50s, and sometimes even 60s. And when they come into the E.S.L program, they're able to do this work and they're able to have an entirely different dating experience from their past. And so many of them will say to me, "Oh my gosh, it's like I'm dating for the very first time in my life. This is completely different than how it was in the past." That's because they have changed. So, of course, there's that saying when you change yourself, you change your life, and that's what we have control over. So I wouldn't want some article with some statistics to get in your head. I want you to focus on what can you control, and you can control your healing work and moving yourself towards a secure attachment style. I hope this was helpful. And obviously, if you're ready to do the work and okay, I need to take ownership of what I can control. And I know there's so many of you right now who've been on the fence. Maybe you hear me talk about the program. You're like, I don't know. Is it really for me? Can I do it? Yes, you can. This is a proven framework. We've helped hundreds of women. I know that you can do it. We are different than any other program out there because we're founded by a clinical psychologist, AKA me, and we are rooted in the science of attachment theory. So you're getting real data that's applied to a framework. And we also offer one-on-one coaching with myself and the other coaches at the E.S.L program. And this is something that not many programs offer. So I am really proud to say that we stand out in our industry and we've helped hundreds of people. And I know that we can help you too. So if you've been on the fence, I want to encourage you to apply to the program in July. We have some great bonuses, like never before offered bonuses and some really exciting surprises. I would not want you to miss out on it. So definitely let's have a securely attached summer and make sure that you apply to the program in July. Can't wait to work with you. I would be honored to be your coach. And of course, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning into the podcast. This is my favorite way to serve you, connect with you. Thank you for all the DMs. Thank you for your support, for tuning in every week. And of course, I'm wishing you high self-worth and great relationships. We'll talk with you soon.